Due to a chronic porn addiction that started at the age of 11, young and reclusive Alexander had become ineffective at getting anything done. He barely made it through college with okay grades, and at this point, he had become so lonely and found it extremely difficult to form lasting intimate relationships. In a desperate attempt to find a way out of his addiction, he stumbled upon a study conducted in China. This study found that abstaining from ejaculation increased men's testosterone levels by a whopping 145%. This study got him excited, and in his excitement he threw together a forum on Reddit where people that were interested in a challenge to stay away from porn and masturbation for a week or a month could interact with each other. And that was how the NoFap forum was born. So it was this study conducted in China that kickstarted the NoFap forum on Reddit that now has over 1 million members at this time. A lot of these members practice NoFap because they want to increase their testosterone, pack more muscles, and be more attractive to females. These purported claims of what the practice of NoFap can make them become have invited a lot of negative criticism to the NoFap movement. NoFap critics go out of their way to present counter-studies and say things like, NoFap is just a placebo. NoFap is a bro, pseudoscience, and nothing more. And it's hard to blame these skeptical people when people on the NoFap forums claim that NoFap turned them into a superhero of some sort. While that's not a crowd I like to appeal to, I'm an ardent believer in the practice of NoFap and using it to break a compulsive addiction to porn and masturbation. And this is what I've been an advocate of through my blog for the past 5 years. 20 years have gone by since the study conducted in China was published. And since then, countless studies have been conducted on the topic of compulsive behavioral addictions, internet porn addiction, the role of dopamine in addiction, and as someone that's over the years scoured through hundreds of such studies, I believe I formed an understanding on the science of NoFap to the best of my capability. In this video, I aim to take you through what the science says to help you form a bigger picture than just building your testosterone levels or becoming a superhero. To deeply understand the science of NoFap, the question you need to answer and get convicted on is the question of whether high-speed internet porn and excessive masturbation can become compulsive behavioral addictions in the first place. To answer this question, I want you to picture two pillars of research. The first pillar is the brain changes that underlies a compulsive addiction, and the second pillar is the relationship between dopamine and addiction. The hallmark of a compulsive addiction is an impaired frontal cortex. This happens because over the years, the addict had been activating and excessively stimulating his limbic region at the expense of his frontal region by repeatedly giving in to the compulsive habit. Such brain structure was seen at the Max Planck Institute for Human Development in Germany. 64 healthy males who reported hours of pornography consumption per week were tested for the association of pornography consumption with neural structure, task-related activation, and functional resting state connectivity using MRI scans. The research found that the more the hours of pornography consumption reported, the lesser the volume of the gray matter and functional connectivity in the right striatum and the right caudate of the left prefrontal cortex. This study confirmed that the hallmark of compulsive addictions was also present in excessive porn consumption. The second pillar of research on dopamine and addiction is quite conclusive. Scientists have confirmed over and over again that dopamine, which is associated with the anticipation of reward, is the brain trainer of compulsive addictions. If dopamine is being secreted with little or no effort, there's a tendency to binge, and a dopamine tolerance is built. This culminates into the compulsive need to chase that dopamine hit. Any sexual-related activity is a natural reinforcer for us. This means that when we watch high-speed internet porn that offers unlimited kinks, shocking, and novel contents, huge dopamine is secreted, and this type of dopamine can be highly addictive. Among several studies that have proven this to be true is a study on the neuroscience of porn addiction that even recommends that porn addiction should be added to the official DSM of compulsive behavioral addictions. There's nothing inherently wrong with masturbating and watching porn, but these two pillars of research have shown unequivocally that high-speed internet porn can be addictive. And there is no debating that anymore. As the 19th century philosopher Carl Jung once said, every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol or morphine or idealism. When you've become addicted to porn, you'll know because it gets to a stage where you keep watching porn and make yourself late to important meetings, or you watch porn in places you know you're not supposed to, or when you start zoning out in conversations or classes because your mind's being clouded by porn thoughts, or when you can't get an erection until you fantasize porn, then you definitely should know that you've developed a dependence and an addiction problem that's intruding in your life. No sane person should resolve to live life this way, because life has much more to offer. The practice of NoFap is simply giving your body and mind a break from the dopamine you're getting from porn. This is the main goal of NoFap. Leave the superhuman benefits to the NoFap forums. You shouldn't let the skeptical crowd lie to you that it's okay to live with this burden of addiction. After all, they wouldn't tell an alcoholic or a drug addict that it's okay to continue living that way. And if any NoFap critic asks you why you're wasting your time doing NoFap, just tell them you're trying to reclaim your mind from porn. Please subscribe to this channel for more insightful videos like this one. See you in the next one.